Buenos dias. Guten Morgen. Bom dia. Morning. Godot game development. Let's go. Today I wanna do something. So at this stage, the goal is to test out if this can be fun. This concept. And I was thinking, I need a lot more animations and stuff to see if it actually feels good and whatnot, and that's a lot of work. What else can I do to see if this is actually fun? And one thing that I understood, I think, thinking about this, is that I had more fun with the Game Jam project that we had than with this. Two things. One is that in the Game Jam, the way you got rid of the cats was with brushes going around you, and there was some sort of skill to keep the brushes on the cats. That was part of the fun. And the second part is that there was actually a wave system. So there was actually an effort to optimize, see if you can get through the waves, get as far as possible. So that's what I'm gonna do today. Implement a wave system so there is some sort of feeling of progression to see if this feels good, because I guess the two main things that will make this game fun, if it can be fun, is like playing, clicking, your actions feel good, right? There's responsiveness, what you do translates well to something on the screen. You can feel like there's skill expression. And the second one is the challenge itself, right? You being able to overcome what is presented to you. So let's get some waves going. How to start? So I have a node called Game Manager, and it has this script, and it has a timer. Called spawn timer, and when it's ready, it starts the timer with a certain spawn rate, and when the timer is called, I call a random spawner and restart the timer again. Actually, I didn't set this timer as a one-shot. Do I not need to do this? Because if you don't set timers as one-shots, they keep going, stopping and starting, right? And the timeout should be called. So if I do this, do I keep getting recurrent spawns? One? Do I get a second one? I do get a second one, because it's not a one-shot timer. I actually don't need this, huh? Wait, but does it get called with the right thingy? Let's see. This is the timer documentation, right? Timer node is a countdown timer, simplest way to handle. After timer enters a tree, it can manually be started. Also started automatically if auto start is true. I wish there was somebody here to tell me if the volume is good. Kind of tricky to balance voice volume and music volume. Because like if you only have one, the viewer can just lower or increase the volume on their stream, but when you have voice and music, the viewer can't tweak those to their liking, so it has to be right on my side. One shot default false. What is the wait time? The time required for the timer to end in seconds. This property can also be set every time start is called. Didn't enlighten me too much. Property can be set every time start is called, but the timer... Oof. Let's look at the one shot property, I guess. See if it tells me something else. One shot. One shot. If true, the timer will stop after reaching the end. Otherwise, by default, the timer will automatically restart. But does it restart with the same wait time? It should, right? Actually, I can just... Can I test that out? Can I print some sort of time? Oh wait, when I log stuff, or when I print stuff, wait, why is that red? Oh. Does this have a timestamp? Doesn't really. I'll just ask ChatGPT, but I don't trust ChatGPT too much on this. Jesus. In Godot, when timers restart automatically because when they are not one shots, I really like this music. I think I'm gonna cut it from the playlist. Or do I like it? Let's give it a minute. Automatically when they are not one shots, do they restart with the same wait time? And one shot timers automatically restart with wait time after they time out. Yeah, I don't like this music. It's called Culture Code. I feel again. Sorry, feel again. Nothing against you. Just not my vibe, really. Where the hell is that? Wait. Oh, this is it. Oh, Culture Code is the name of the artist, my bad. Sorry, Culture Code. Feel Again is the name of the music. This one is way better. Yeah. See, I like your music, Culture Code. Just didn't like the other one, sorry. Sorry to the guy that was featuring there or whatever. Like in the skies because of you. Only you. Behavior. Timeout emits timeout signal. Immediately after emitting the signal, it automatically restarts using the current wait time value. This continues indefinitely until the timer is manually stopped or the node is removed from the scene tree. Key points. The timer will use the same wait time. You can change the wait time. You can set it. This timer will print timer tick every 2 seconds. Just to be sure, how can I actually validate that this is happening at the correct intervals? Oof, it's so hot, man. You can log the time. Last time? OS gets again an error. Are you trolling me? That ain't a thing. Come on. Let's just trust that it's accurate. I'm going 2 seconds, right? The default for a timer wait time is 1. So should go 1, 2, spawn. Come on. One, 2, spawn. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. Okay. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. 1 second, 2 seconds. Seems good. Great. All of this just to remove one line, but I'm learning. So now I want a wave system. I'm gonna need like a meter, a progress bar at some point. I think, even if it doesn't go in the final game, just to have a feel for stuff now. And need some sort of count for enemies, right? Every time a random spawner is called, just increase the count, right? So var enemy count integer 0 select spawner, make an enemy. If everything go well, do this, and enemy count plus equals 1. Right? What else? How I did it? Let me see how I did it in the game jam. I had a dictionary, I think, to store that stuff. Safe and sound, safe and sound, and sound, sound, safe and sound, safe and sound. Scripts. It's in the spawner logic, I think. There we go. Wait, no, it's not here. Did I have a game manager as well? Oh yeah, the spawner handles everything. Never mind. Because I was thinking I had 4 spawners, but I didn't. I had 1 spawner. How did I select where they spawned? Oh, I just hard-coded a bunch of values here to account for where the camera was, and just said spawn it either in somewhere in this line, or somewhere in this line, or somewhere in this line, or somewhere in this line, randomly. So enemies would spawn randomly from outside the screen. But yeah, I have this dictionary here. That's waves. There's a spawn rate, an enemy's in wave, and an enemy speed multiplier. Huh. So the enemies are spawned with higher speed values, huh? Where's my spawn enemy? Enemy speed multiplier. Wait, what? Enemy max speed. Max speed? I don't remember what I was doing here. Anyway, how do I count Oh, I can't. Yeah, on enemy death, obviously. It has to be like that. Or does it have to be like that? No, 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 no. I think I wanted to do it differently. So what I was doing in here was every time I get rid of a certain number of cats, I get an upgrade. The game pauses and I get an upgrade selection. But here, there is the only way to do it if I want a meter, right? If I want a meter bar, see my progress. It doesn't make sense to make progress when an enemy is spawned. But I didn't want the... I don't want, in what I'm doing now, to have the progress be like... I don't want enemies to always be spawning, and then you... At certain points, something happens. I want a certain amount of enemies to spawn, then you did it. You got rid of those. So what I could do is make a progress bar that goes... No, I could also have a progress bar that goes up, but it would be something like this. I would count how many enemies I got rid of, but I would stop spawning at a certain point. Here I didn't stop spawning, I was always spawning. Yeah, I just need to stop spawning at a certain point. And for that I need the enemy count. And I need something else, which is the dead enemy count. Right? Let me see. Dead enemies. I need two things here, I think. I need the enemy count. Enemies spawned and enemies downed. It's not, you don't really down the cats, but I don't know, enemies cleared. Enemies cleared. Sure, that's more ambiguous. Right. So every time I spawn one, this goes up. And then let's make it something super simple, like each wave I spawn 10 times the amount of enemies of the wave. Like wave 1 I spawn 10, or wave 1 I spawn 5, wave 2 I spawn 10, so wave count. If enemy spawned larger than wave count times, so if I want 5 for wave 1 times 5, right? Then wave 2, 10, whatever. You get the gist of it. If I do this, right? Oh. Then I want to stop calling the... Like, if I just put a return here, like this, then this keeps counting, and it doesn't do anything, but it keeps calling this function. It's mega cringe. Hmm. Should have two spawners to see if this is actually working, no? Spawner 2. Hello? W? Okay. Now it won't spawn any because my wave count is 0 or something, maybe? Oh, it's spawning. Oh, right. I need to go on my game manager. And on my spawners, increase the size and head the second one. Bottom, bottom, top. Bottom, top. Okay. Mm-hmm. Can I not select multiple and close the others? Okay. My co-pilot's still down, yeah. Wave count times 5 is 0. If enemy spawned is smaller than 0, return. No, I was never returning, right? Makes sense. I mean, makes sense how the game was working. This doesn't make sense. It would be like this, right? Yeah, yeah. Wave count? You start on wave 1, actually. Right? Now it should only spawn... Oh, then it spawns 6. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and stops? Stopped. Methods stop. Returns stop. Stops the timer. Did ChatGPT tell me that if I stop, it doesn't keep going? Can test that easily. So if stop were to make it stop restarting, it should only spawn 1. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, stops it. So I just stop the timer. Or stop the timer and return, right? Yes. and wave count +1? No. Jump the wave count when the dead enemy amount is enough, and start up the wave and restart the timer is what I need to do. So this should wait, right. One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 6, 1, 2 was called 6 times. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 enemies. So it only spawned 6 enemies? Well, it only spawned 5 enemies, but it was called 6 times. Something's off here. Oh, it's because when this goes, it's already started the timer once more. What if I do this here? Does it call it only 5 times? 1 second, 2 seconds, 1. 1 second, 2 seconds, 2. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3. 1 second, 2 seconds, 4. 1 second, 2 seconds, 5. 1 second, 2 seconds. Okay. Only 5. That's the correct amount of times to call it. So it doesn't go off again. That's good. So I don't even need this now, right? It's not even gonna call this. 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This is working together with this. So we only spawn a certain amount of enemies. But now we need to track how many enemies we get rid of. This is not gonna be pretty, but I can't really do pretty. Player... No, not player, actually. Base pet? Ability effect. Enemy queue free. Game manager. Enemies cleared. Plus equals 1, right? Well, one way that would be better and prettier, both better and prettier, would be to have a little function here called Oh, game manager enemies erase. Enemy. Hello, Jarud? Jarud. How are you? Clear enemy. Takes an enemy that is an enemy. Void. This enemy is cleared +1. Then I call this on my ability. Game manager. Ooh. What? Oh, I didn't save here. Clear enemy. Enemy there. Just gonna run it, so just to see if everything's fine. I'm still clearing enemies. What? Really? This was called when not all the spawners were ready, right? So there were 0 spawners on the spawners array. Obviously there's no -1 index. Why was I doing this -1 thing? For a range from 0 to spawner size -1. Can you gate this? The range? It turns a random integer from 2. If 2 is lesser than from, they are swapped. Huh. They're swapped. Well, doesn't really matter. Do I need like a ternary here or something? I don't remember how to do those in GDScript. But I did one somewhere else. So supposedly it's this variable equals value if condition else value 2. So I don't know how to do this. Wait. Oh, right. How do I make it so this int is not less than 0? Yes, that's the issue I'm having. I mean, I can just return if there's no spawners here, right? If spawner size equals 0, return. Sure. What was I gonna check? Oh, if my new function is all working fine. It's not. Nil? What is nil? How did my changes do this? What? Is it because this is one of the guys that's not from a spawner? Am I not spawning anything? Why am I not spawning anything? What? Why is this cleared? What? How did I... So it wasn't because they weren't loaded. I removed them here from here somehow. But how could I have done that? I'm not clearing enemies. Wait, I can clear this one. Oh, this guy isn't in the enemies array because I did something to my game manager. This guy was on enemies. What did I just do? That's really concerning. That all of these things were reset and I don't know why. Is it because of this? Should I not initialize it here? Nah, doesn't make sense, does it? Okay. So now I'm on game manager, I'm tracking how many enemies I've cleared, and then if enemies cleared is more or the same as where do I have it? This? Wave count. One more. And get this going again. Right? Oh, wait, yeah. Because I have one guy there, that guy doesn't count as a spawned enemy actually. So there may be some friction here. Am I on the second wave? I didn't count. Shit. Let's get some UI going so that I can see what's going on. I have my action bar, I have my health bar. Let's duplicate my health bar. But it's gonna be called progress bar. So the progress bar, the texture, they're gonna be blue. Oh, I can just wait. I can go here. Where's the transform on this layout? Transform. There, and wait, here's save, and here's where I put it where I want it, which is there. Okay. So now my game manager needs a reference to the progress bar. Oh, it's not health bar 2. Oh, because I didn't change it here. Progress bar. Let me delete this. If I do this now, all good. Now on my game manager, I need a reference to this. Yeah. On ready, let's say that progress bar value is 0. And every time I clear an enemy, if I say that the progress of a bar is more than 100, there's no issue, right? Maybe it can't even 10. So if I write here 110, it just goes to 100. So I think that's fine. Enemies cleared over this. Should change this at some point, but I don't know what to, so just gonna stick with that for now. It's not going. Oh, it's because they're integers, right? Wait, the float should be... No. No, this is fine, because this is always going to be an integer and then I turn it into a float. Well, that wasn't it. Well, the reference is working fine, because it's getting set to 0, the value, when the default is 100. But this is not working here. Enemies cleared. Wave count times 5. Hey, good morning, Insmod. Do you mod? I want to get into modding. I've never modded anything in my life, and I don't want to die without modding anything. Not sure how to start though. If you don't mod, I'm sorry about the rant. Nah, Linux is not for me. Linux is for smart people. I actually have no idea what you're talking about, because I don't think I've ever used Linux. Sure. But what do you do? Just, are you a software dev or something? Or do you just use Linux as a hobby? LAMP stack developer. What the hell is LAMP? I mean... for different... Linux, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. Or Perl or Python. In your case, PHP, okay. Cool. What are you working on? Can we know? Is this not working? Time to print a bunch of stuff. Web app for client satisfaction with research in healthcare. 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5. Oh, wait. Oh, I need to multiply it by 100. Sure, I can do it like this. Times 100. Okay. See what happens when I switch waves. Right. When this happens, the progress bar value goes back to 0. Game looks nice. I mean, not really. Not yet. 0. There. I think that would work. But I think it will look really nice at some point. My buddy Paulo is really decent at pixel. Wait, is am I a software engineer in my day job? Not really, because I don't have a day job right now. But I did work in software development at some point. I wasn't looking at the bar, dang it. Why am I making this game? Cause I wanna? I don't know. Okay, and it's going back to 0, that's fine. Wait, no, this jumped too high. Wait, something's off here. Three, 4, 5, 6, 10. Oh. Enemies cleared, back to 0. There. You plan on selling your game? I would like to, because I need money to live. But don't know if, I mean, I want to publish a game at some point. I don't know if it's gonna be this one, because I'm still like prototyping to see if this is going anywhere. Why did I get distracted? Come on, man. Focus. 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. 5 out of 5. 1 out of 10. There we go. No, I've never published a game. So just for some context, this game idea came from a jam me and my buddy Paulo did. Itch. Wait, where's my stuff? My library. Not my library. Where do you see your stuff? Oh, I click on myself. Best concepts come from gems. I mean, often they do, right? Because, like, So there's two ways you can approach how you decide what you're gonna do for a game. Either you have an idea and you start making a game, or you get the idea from a jam. And if you want to pick up an idea from a jam, it's because you already know there's something fun there, right? So you have a higher chance of success, I imagine. So this was all drawn by my buddy Paulo. He actually didn't want me to put these sprites onto the new project here because he wanted to have a clean slate to draw new stuff. But I was tired of just working with squares, and he has been kind of busy, so he hasn't been able to do anything. So I just slapped the same main character and the same cats there. And yeah, we thought this was pretty cool, and Paulo was like really into doing this art, and he wanted to do more cat art and whatnot. So I mean, I just got to thinking, and I decided that if we were gonna make a game with a bunch of waves of cats, a cool concept would be to have a crazy cat lady's house. I'm hoping that's not offensive, but as long as he's busy, you won't notice. Yeah. So yeah, just prototyping, and right now the aim is to be something like between Binding of Isaac or Vampire Survivors, I don't know. Because the idea is to go through rooms and have a bunch of items that you can use. I really like this one. I mean, it looks terrible, but it's fun. Wait, the bouncing is very weird. My bouncing is not working well, I just noticed. But yeah, so far the thing is, you are this guy and you need to get rid of a certain amount of cats to progress, I guess. So the easiest thing you can do is just pet them, which is this. There's no animation right now, guy just turns blue, but eventually I want you to like pick them up and pet them for a bit. Then there's... Why are they spawning over there? Huh. I have this laser thing. They just go towards the laser. I have the drone thingamajigger that follows the mouse. I mean, I'm just experimenting with mechanics, right? They all look terrible because the item sprites, I drew them. So that's why they look like shit. And then there's food I can drop for the cats. That's a tuna can opened. And if the cats go and attack it, they disappear because they're fed, right? They don't wanna scratch you anymore because they're happy. There's food for you. And yeah. The food for the cats is different, like this is kibble, can't see it very well there, but it feeds a bunch of cats, but they're not attracted from as far, right? This is gourmet cat food. It only feeds one cat, but it attracts cats from really far. That's the idea right now, and I want to implement more toys, but yeah, it takes time. So what was I doing? There's the wave system. I think it's fine. I could add some text, I guess, to the progress bar for now. I don't know if I want actual numbers here. Maybe actual numbers would be nice for now, at least for developing. And a wave counter up top, maybe? Let's see, progress bar. Add a label. Seems awesome. Well, thanks. I mean... feels like you're just being nice because it's not... I mean, I think it has the potential to be awesome. Right now it's not awesome, but I think it can go somewhere. You can't buy it right now. I'm only prototyping it, man. What do you want about? label wave count and enemy count. Two 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 two. So this one is gonna be wave 1, and this is gonna be 0 out of 0. I don't know. So this why does this look so weird? Is it the font? Do I need a better font? Well, it can look weird for now, whatever. Yeah, whatever. Can look terrible, no problem. I wanna increase the size of this though. Where is that? Yeah, I'm not applying for jobs at the moment. I'm taking a break. Because I really want to try to be an indie dev. So I'm giving myself some time to do it. If I fail, I'll have to go back to software development, I guess. I don't know. Or something else. When I no longer have money to eat, I need to make something else. Which country? I'm from Portugal, and I live in Portugal. What is the font size? Split text? I think I'm missing something here. Theme, not theme. Theme overrides. Font sizes, that's it. Font size 1 pixel? What? Okay, 16 is what it was. 32? Center alignment. This also wanted to be center aligned. You're studying Portuguese in Duolingo? Why, though? Do you want to go to Brazil or something? Flying from town to town. Right, need to hook up my game manager now to those things. So progress bar wave, and it's gotta be progress bar wave count, and what else? We have some friends living in Porto and a few in Brazil, so I thought it would be nice to know a few lines. Nice. I actually worked in Porto for like half an year, and is where I met Paulo, which is my friend that's from Brazil. He lives in São Paulo right now. Things didn't work out very well for him here, so he went back to Brazil. Bar enemies. Enemy count. Where are you from? Insmod? If you don't mind sharing. Sometimes people are like awkward about sharing where they live. Like, Just asking the country, right? It's not like, what's your address? Give me your postal code. The Netherlands. Alright. How do you meet people in Porto and Brazil? Work? Now, when I increase my enemy count, is the code you already specific to Godot? Can I write rush code with Godot? This code is specific to Godot. It's called GDScript, so Godot script, and it's not Python, but it looks like Python. One really common language for another common language for Godot is C#. The engine is written in C++, so in theory you can use C++. I think there are people that use Rust, but I'm not sure, but I think I saw an extension here that was like Godot Rust something. Godot Rust. So if there's an extension that's like Godot Rust VS Code, so if this extension exists, there's gotta be a way to do it, but it's probably hard to set up everything, I don't know. Oh no, I was active on Facebook forums about programming. A lot of Portuguese and Brazilian there. When I went all of this to Portugal, met a few of them. Cool. So yeah. I imagine you can use Rust, but it's probably not the easiest. I'm using GDScript because it's the easiest one, right? It's higher level or something, and I don't want to make really complicated games, at least for now. So I'm not worried about performance that much. So progress bar enemies. Value? No, text. What is it called? Value? Is it value? Let me see here. No, it's called text. Hey! Triple Jump Games, thanks for the raid. All good here. How are you? So really quick. Making a game where you have to deal with... crap. Classic, right? You want to show what's going on for the people that came in, but you have an error. Oh, label, right. This is a label. And this is also a label. You're also developing in Godot? Obviously, right? People that are developing in Godot are the people that raid people that are developing in Godot. Makes sense. Not value, it's text, right? For now, I'll just... So this is very still early in development, but it's a game where there's gonna be hordes of cats and you have to get rid of the cats. Technically what is happening here is I'm petting the cats. You're not supposed to hurt the cats in any way. There's no animal violence going on. And you can use stuff like cat food and whatnot to get rid of the cats and some distractions. Yeah. So, progress bar enemies text, it's gonna be here. Pet them into non-existence, yeah. I actually was thinking about that yesterday, how I'm gonna represent what's going on. So the idea is that when I pet them, there's an animation to pick them up, right, or something, and pet them in your lap, I don't know. Hey, about like what happens to the cats afterwards. I don't know if they just are gonna fade out of existence or if I'm gonna make them run away. So back to the thing. This idea came from a game jam that I did with my buddy Paulo. I should actually just leave the the page open here so I can show it for people coming in. So this is way simpler, but it's the origin of the concept. You need to make the brushes go over the cats, and see here, they get all happy, they spawn some hearts, and they just run away, right? And slowly fade out. That could be something we do. Not sure how it's gonna be. But yeah. Cats aren't just gonna disappear, I think. Just leave it there. Bar enemies text. String. Enemies cleared. And I'll just slap this here as well, I don't know. Enemies cleared. Slash. String. With this. Keep you posted, okay. 1 out of 5. 2 out of 5. 3 out of 5. 4 out of 5. Yeah, so the only issue is that it's starting off with this default value. So on ready, this. Yeah. There we go. 0 out of 5. 1 out of 5. Five out of 5. Well, that's not good. Then 1 out of 10. Where should I do this update then? I guess if this happens, I just update the bar again for now. Whatever. So if this happens, do the wave increase and then do this. Kind of ugly, but why are they not spawning anymore? Well, shit. The first enemy of wave 2 was spawned, but it showed 1 out of 5. It should show 1 out of 10. Wave count plus 1. What? Four, 5, 0 out of 10. 1 out of 10. Why did it show 1 out of 5 earlier? Why did it bug? What the hell? That's the worst kind of bug. Oh, there we go. It stopped. Why did it stop? Am I stopping the timer? No. If enemies spawned, wave count times 5, but wave count should be 2 already. Yeah. What the hell? Wait, I should just do as well the wave count thingy, because I'm not updating this. So that would be progress bar wave text. Wave. Wave 2, right? 3. Last time it stopped at 6. 5. It stopped at 6. Let me slap some weird stuff in here. Progress. Print. Spawn timer is stopped. Because if they're not spawning anymore, it's because the timer stopped, no? False, 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 false. True. What? This time was earlier for some reason. What? So when I get ready, I started. If enemy spawn is larger than wave count, I stop the timer. Oh, I'm not starting the timer again. Forgot that. I said I had to do that and I forgot. Wait, I am starting it. And it's in the middle of the wave, actually. Enemy spawn bigger than wave count? I do speak Portuguese. I'm Portuguese. If I didn't speak Portuguese, that would be terrible. Two false, 2 true. Timer stopped out of nowhere? Okay. I'm only calling stop here, right? Yeah, I'm only calling stop here. Print oops. F5? I don't know what this error is about, not being able to resolve classes. I think I just need to restart Godot. It's the only thing that solved this for me. I don't know what that's about. Godot. Parse error? I must have then made some syntax error somewhere. No? What the hell? Character? There's never a character, why? Why is it doing this? Root main game manager? Why would this not work? Can I like... Of course. Global class. What if I revoke unique name thingy? Nope. That is correct. This was working. Oh no, it stopped working. See if there's something on this online. Godot could not parse global class. That's the root problem, right? I found that often. This is because there's a syntax error either in the class or in a subclass. But I was only changing the game manager. Oh, there's... But yeah, it's not resolving game manager here because there's a syntax error in the game manager. What is it though? Oh, Jesus, so long just to find that. I forgot what I was doing. Alright, I'm gonna print oops at some point. What is this? Oh, it happened again. When you play the game with a syntax error on the GDScript, it clears all of this. Reassign the enemy and the spawners here. So now it goes oops. Wait. Why did everyone oops? Right, because it stopped. It spawned enough enemies, it stopped. Second wave. Wait, 1 out of 10. That's wrong. My math is off somewhere. Jude, I didn't ask you. Are you Portuguese or Brazilian or what? French? But you know Portuguese? There are a lot of Portuguese immigrants in France. That's for sure. I mean, relative to French population, I don't know if it's meaningful, but relative to Portuguese population, it's pretty meaningful. So let's see every time I update the... ChatGPT knows Portuguese? Sure. Wave count should be 10. Enemies spawned should have been reset, and it is being reset. Well, let's go one by one. When I clear the first enemy of wave 1... Oh, it leaks onto the other one because the first guy was not spawned. I'm just gonna get rid of him. He's messing up my math. What? Oh. There. Zero out of 10, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Because it spawned 5. So it's like... the wave count is still 1. But it is 2. I'm printing it here, kind of. I'm displaying it on the label and it's 2. 2 times 5 is 10. Three, 2, but it goes in. How does it go in? 2 times 5 is 10. 5 is less than 10. What's going on? Five is less than 10. What? Am I dumb? 5 is more than 10? I mean, the values are being displayed here, they're correct? Wave 2, 0 out of 10. Wait. Zero, zero, two? Oh, enemies cleared. I wanted this. One, two, three, four, and it stops on 5. There, it was wave 1. But now we are on wave 2. 6 out of 10. 7 out of 10. What's... Oh, I'm resetting the enemies cleared, but not the enemies spawned. Well, that's pretty stupid. Now it should work okay. Jesus, so long to make something so simple. Don't see why it wouldn't work fine now. Seven, 8, 9, 10, and it stopped. Said it's wave 2, but right. Wave only upgrades after I clear everything. 10. Now it goes 1 out of 15. Okay. Code could probably be code could probably be cleaner, but should I make a reset function? Reset wave function? Or something? Reset. No, new wave? New wave. Set the enemies to 0. Upgrade wave count. Just to have this isolated, maybe I'll need it somewhere else at some point. I have everything here. Okay. I was thinking if I should just call this onReady. Because this I have it duplicated, right? Somewhere? So let's see. onReady? I'm updating the progress bar, right? Yes. So I would need this and this and this, right? All is done in new wave. Right? Okay, 0 out of 10 is wrong. Because I increased the wave count, but I just need to start my wave count at 0. 1. Two. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's just doing one more wave, just to make sure. And 10. Okay, wave 3, 0 out of 15. Nice. Much sexier. Have it like this. This has nothing to do with that. I don't need this anymore. There. The counters, and here update UI. Okay, good. I think I'm gonna commit this, even with this pixelated font here. Change the pet, right? To call clear enemy in the game manager, and change the main scene, and create the progress bar in the UI. Commit message, add wave system, and wave progress bar. And really need to pee. 1 minute. Alrighty. What else do I want to do today? So I got a wave system. I did notice that the ball bouncing was kind of off, right? That looked perfect. Is it? Do you see that? It like did a double bounce kind of. I think if it goes in a almost 90-degree angle, it works fine, but okay. Right, I need to check if I have a target first before updating the distance here. Oof. If... How do I do that? If target... body... not null? I update the distance to the target, I guess. I changed that yesterday, so... it's a new bug, I guess. Let's see. Bam, bam, bam. Nope. Another problem here. I need to check it, the same thing here again. So no point in checking if the target is still in range to take damage if the target does not exist anymore. So a lot of indentation here. If the same thing. Where did I do it? Here. Stupid cats. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all fine. Okay. The bouncing. So I stood in an angle here. That was fine. More. That was fine as well. Is it only on this side? Yeah, here it acts weirdly. Huh. Let's use this wall here. Yeah. If I do it from below here. Leave my ball alone, cats. Oh my god. I think from up and down is working good, and from the left or the right is not. Let me try actually left. Oh, that was good. No, cat, stop! Stupid cat. But it bounced well, right? Only sometimes does the weird bouncing. I guess it didn't bounce because cat attacked it? It's fine. Didn't change a lot of stuff, did I? Yeah, just the 2 checks. So what's next? So my first idea was, these are like abilities that you always have, and these are items that get used when you use them. These just have a cooldown, these have a quantity, right? But I was thinking, what if the laser and the drone were also items? But they just like use battery instead of having a cooldown? And I was also thinking of having a backpack. I don't know if it makes sense. Maybe it's too much for now. Let me see what I have on my board. Like, menus are not important for now, for testing the game feel. I could try to make levels. I don't know if that would be important. Would it help me to test if the game is fun? I guess just for diversity of layouts, test different layouts, right? For testing different layouts, it could be good. Different wall layouts, different spawner layouts, different combinations of pickups. Yeah, I'm not gonna have an MVP or a whatever, vertical slice, whatever you want to call it, without at least 2 levels, right? But how do you go from one level to the other? Like, I was thinking, how does it work in Binding of Isaac? When you kill a certain amount of enemies, the gates open, right? But here it's kind of weird, right? Why would the doors open when you get rid of a certain amount of cats? What if... Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but what if the cats always are spawning from where you want to go, right? And you can't go there until cats stop coming from there. Seems fun, I think, kind of. Seems interesting, but it is very limiting. I'm pigeonholing myself into that, right? And how do I actually define if the player can get through or not? Like, what if the player can actually, for example, in here, you can... Wait, I only spawned one guy? No, no, no. Wait, what? Something's off. Why was I not spawning anymore and I was still at 0 out of 5? I don't know. So this would be just like fleshing out the layout. Getting some walls around and some stuff in here, I don't know. But what I was gonna say is that if the player wants to exit through a door here and all the cats are coming through here, sure, you don't really want to go there because you're gonna take damage, but you can just roll past the cats, right? And get through. So I guess the door would be closed and have a cat door. The cats would come through the cat door. When the cats stop coming, you can open the door. And if you try to open a door, when the cats have not stopped coming, you'd get like a message or something, like a player speech bubble or something. Well, I can still hear something on the other side, right? Could be, could be. Let's do it then. First level scene is what I'm doing now. So, guess it's time to draw, kinda. Draw tiles. Okay. So my camera is here, right? On the pink thing. So my walls, I want it to be where the camera is. Where's my tile map? Walls. Okay. Just gonna use these, I think. I want the brush, yeah. I'm back to this issue. With my pen, I cannot pick up the layer I want. I don't know why. The tile I want. I guess I'm gonna use a mouse. I don't know. But I have to look into that. Could be further in. So here, right? Here. Here. Where did I put the other one? Right? I think that's correct. And here I put this. Oh, wrong. Here? Oh wait. These are matching, but this one has to go one to the left. Wait. Erase this one. Put it over here. No, not erasing anymore. Here. Okay. Now I just pick up my... Wait, let me just check first. They're aligned, right? I hope so. this wall, rectangle tool. Wait, this side. Oh, there. Okay. Right. Now I just color out the outsides. Okay. I throw a ball, it bounces over there. Maybe that happened because the collision layer for the tiles are not very well drawn. Could that be it? Let's see. How do you... How do you draw on this? Oh, it was in the tile set, right. Tile set paint. Physics layer. And maybe I need to clean this up a little bit. See this one? How it's skewed? This one doesn't look skewed, but... Okay, I need to do it here, so I need to pick this up. Right? Why can I not make this bigger? Oh, because of this? No. Zoom in, I guess. There. There. Pick up again. This. Wait. Oh, I didn't paint it. Crap. There. There. Now I paint. Okay. This thing is not lining up there. Need to zoom in more? Okay. I don't need this here. Can I remove it? Yeah. And this. Why do I have all of these? Guess that wasn't helping. Having a ton of like breakpoints. Okay. This one is also off a little bit, it seems. I mean, this is not the final tile set, so it doesn't matter that this is really in line. I just want to make sure that this is why I'm getting the issues with the ball bouncing. Because I have no idea why it's bouncing off perfectly here. And on the sidewalls, it's mega weird. What the hell? Why does it linger on the wall? This bouncing is not working very well, huh? I think it's not about the tile set. Should I look into it now? Let's see, rubber ball, items, toys, rubber ball. Collider is a circle. Can't be better than that for collision. As for the bouncing code. Could it be because I mean, this all happens in one tick, but maybe they should just come after. Right? I don't think this changes anything, but stuck to the wall, then bounced. Mega weird, man. Mega weird. Maybe I wanted to do move and collide. So it goes, stops, then takes the new direction? I don't know. Wait, what's wrong with this? Move and collide takes... a velocity? What? I need to pass in the velocity on move and collide. Doesn't make any sense. See if the behavior is the same. No, it's going super fast. Does it bounce though? Doesn't bounce. Because it's colliding, so when it collides it stops. It needs to be move and slide. Get slight collision count. When it goes into the wall, it should have one here. I think fixing this is maybe too advanced for me. Because like, there's obviously something different going on at certain times. Like, why is this different? It's so weird to me. Actually, there. Oh. Wait a minute. It has to do with the direction it's going. You see that? If I throw it upwards, it bounces weird. Upwards and to the right? Here it also bounced weirdly. Here it's bouncing fine though. I mean, this shouldn't be an issue. Like, if they would always just collide and then start to slide off, I guess I would have a clue of what is happening, but the fact that they slide a little bit and then bounce off sometimes, that I have no idea what it is about. Let's see. Script. GDScript. 2D. Bouncing ball. Rigid body 2D bouncing ball physics. Trouble with the breakout clone. That's kind of what I'm doing. What is this kid doing? Right. Move and slide. Sure. What? Solved by this guy. If you are using character body 2D, you need to check if there was a collision and then calculate the bounce when that happens. You will have to change how you move your ball there, or use rigid body as suggested. I made a video about 2D trajectories.
Draw the prediction lines and the nuances of making a small game.
How long is this? 15 minutes?
The first step is drawing our lines. So let's start by creating our player script. There are several ways to draw lines in 2D. All 3D nodes in Godot have a draw function that can be used to draw a variety of shapes using code, and we are going to use just that. The drawLine function is used to draw a single line. It takes in a local start position, the offset end position, a color, and the size. So here, by passing the vector2.0, we are making the line starting at the same position as our object, a 0 offset from the node's position, and then making the line end 50 pixels to the right and 100 pixels up. You might have noticed, but using these local offsets is very confusing and inconvenient, and won't work well for what we are going to do. So we made our own drawLine global instead, that receives a global point A and point B, and just draws a line between them. We can convert the first point local offset by setting it to point A minus the node's global position, and the end offset in the same way by using the point B instead. Then, we just need to call the drawLine with these new parameters. So in here now, we draw the line from the top right of the screen until the screen point 200, 200. With that out of the way, now let's take a look on how we're going to predict our shots. We are going to be aiming at the position of our mouse, then we are going to simulate the physics in small steps and draw a line between each of these points. At our draw function, we are going to be updating the by adding bounces. To enable bounces, we need to add a new physics material to our rigid body projectile. Let's disable attrition and enable full bounce. Now back to our code.
What? Physics material? Oh, this is not Godot. It is Godot 4. What is this thing? Is it a rigid body? Oh, it's using a rigid body. Crap. Should I be using a rigid body? Rigid body. Physics simulation. 2D physics cannot be controlled directly. Okay. It's annoying. But yeah, I guess I should be using that. I need to figure out how to do that now because hello? All my stuff that moves around or takes damage or whatever inherits from character, which inherits from character body 2D. And you can't have double inheritance. I guess the ball could have a rigid body component, and that component would be what handles the physics. But then I would need to move the collision shape into that rigid body, and that messes up with how my enemies handle distance, because enemies are checking for the collision shape to see if they are in range to attack. I mean, you can have two collision shapes. This is mega scuffed, but... So, physics material, new physics material. What did he do on his physics material?
Let's disable attrition and enable full bounce.
Disable attrition and enable full bounce. Right? Now, in here... I'll see how I'll make this prettier later, but for now it's gonna be like this. Wait. Rigid body. Right? And I run my movement calculations from my rigid body, no? Wait. Rigid body. How do you move rigid bodies?
The collision normal to the velocity.
I need to look into rigid bodies. I have actually never used rigid bodies, I think. Methods. Apply impulse, apply force? Should I try this? So I have a velocity, and instead of doing moving, I will... wait. Rigid. Apply central force? What's the difference? Central force takes a vector, apply force takes a position, right. I'll just go with central force for now. Central force, velocity. What? Let me just change something up here in the UI that's bothering me. Sure. Why can I not shrink this? Whatever. Oh, mass. Oh, it's too heavy. I can't throw it. How much does a rubber ball weigh? I would guess 30 grams? This is 30 grams, right? A kilo is 1,000 grams, yes. Not really. What is happening to the player, though? What is it? Huh.
flame out, you can't get to me. Say what you wanna say, go take it all away, but I'm here to stay. No, you can't get to me. And there is no barricade that I can tear away. Shoot me down.
10 grams? I guess I'm not using the function correctly then. Apply central force. Applies a directional force without affecting rotation. A force is time dependent and meant to be applied every physics update, right? This is equivalent to apply force at the body's center of mass. I'm not applying enough force then? Let's just do this times 1,000, I don't know. Why doesn't it move? Why doesn't it move? Is it because of this? How the tree works? The rigid body is flying off into the distance. It's just not taking the whole object with it. Makes sense, maybe? Don't look at what I'm about to do, please. I'm sorry. Okay, it's going too fast now. I think. Still going too fast. Just need to make it heavier, no? 50 grams? Jeez. Well, I could actually check for the collisions on this thing, actually wouldn't make a difference, right? Wait, no, it works, this works weirdly, right? Or does it work? Well, quote unquote. So I move this thing, then I move this thing relative to the other thing? Am I messing up with this? I mean, obviously it's cheat code, but does it even work? Just that if I change the type of this, it messes up everything. Because I have all of these variables in my character class. I'm sad. The sky is in far into the night. To the sky, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true. I mean, let's just try more stuff. Let's say it's 1 kilo. 1 kilo rubber ball. Divided by 1,000. Yeah, it's going crazy because this is messed up. How do I do this? AI, help me, please. I have a rubber ball node that extends from a class I created that holds a bunch of variables I need. This class extends, I guess, extends character body 2D like all the stuff currently in the game that moves, takes damage, and stuff like that. Now I am realizing that the ball should be a rigid body 2D. What do I do? Oh, wise chat GPT. Physics behavior, but the structure, problem summary, solution, split logic, some physics type. Decouple your game logic from the node type. Instead of having a logic tied to character body 2D, move the shared functionality into a script that is not tied to any node type and attached as a separate component. Composition over inheritance, figures. Entity logic separate. Do this. This becomes a component that can be added as a physics body and to any physics body. Attach entity logic to it as a child or variable. Alternative if you don't want to full refracture. If you're deep into development and full refresh is too much, and re-implement it, no way I'm doing that. Hybrid option, mix and match. If most of your logic is stateless or works without needing node references, you can move just the reusable utility functions into a helper script or singleton. Have each node manage its own health damage using these helpers. Let's look at my character class. Collision handling could be, doesn't need the character body logic. I guess nothing here really needs the character 2D body stuff. Looking at it, it's gonna be so much work changing this, but I have to do it. So I just don't know if my nodes don't inherit from this class. I won't have easy access to all of these variables, right? I would if it was a component. Just checking something here. Composition works by adding more nodes to a tree, right? Nuance, break it down, node-based composition, and there is pure script-based composition. You can use plain objects, and in your main code, what? I didn't follow. Good for data. Is that what I need? New entity logic. Script composition or node composition? Here it's script composition what I need, right? Wait, no. Like Redis from Node, for example. if I want to ready function, right now it's not doing anything actually that's very too important, but node composition. I knew I should have done composition, but I'm not super familiar with how to do it, so I thought inheritance would work fine. It doesn't. Control Shift find extends character. Enemies, laser dot items, player. So player, enemies, items. Okay. This needs to extend from node at least, no? Wait, no. I don't want to do this on everything. So I need node inheritance. Feels silly to do it just for this, but if I'm gonna need it for this, maybe I need it for something else. But since I'm doing node inheritance, node composition, I mean. Class name, entity, extends node. Yeah. So I don't have access to the collision layer because... So I would need to use... I could have a variable that's like the tree root, right? The tree root... Wait... Collision layer. Off. gonna have to think about this. And yeah, thinking is not a streamable thing, I think. So I'll leave this for another time. Let's do a contexto. To reset a little bit. Today's word is for sure potato. Okay. Is it food? It's not food. Is it a plant? Doesn't have to do with plants, but it has more to do with potato than with food. Mash? Fries? Chips? Oil? Salt? Fries? Not chips though. Fries. Fries. I don't know, sauce? Crisp? Carbs? Fryer? Fries. What do you eat fries with? Fries. There's fish and chips. Fries. Hamburger. Hamburger is 3. Bread. Bun. Fries, hamburger. Fries, hamburger. Ketchup is the things you put. The things that people put ketchup in the most are fries and then hamburgers. No, that's not it. Mayo. Well, it is not sauce, right? Sauce is 111. It's not sauce, it's not salt. Fries, hamburger. Fat? Grease? Fries, hamburgers, and a smoothie? Smoothie? Coke? Tea? Ice? Bag? Fries, hamburger. Barbecue? Barbecue? Lunch? Dinner? breakfast. Calories? Fries is closer than hamburger. Fries. I don't know, man. Chicken. Cow. Cow and chicken. Where was fish? Very far down. Fries, hamburger, fries. You need money to buy fries. You need a mouth to eat fries. It's hard to digest fries. Fries. Taste. Texture. Salad. Pepper. Fries and hamburgers. Fries and hamburger. Let's look at some stuff. Tomato? Tomato? Lettuce? How do you write lettuce? 2 T's. Without a C. Onion? Beer? Fries, hamburger. Dessert? Restaurant? Is driving a word? No. What is it? If I get the things in between here, should help a lot, but hamburger and fries. Pizza? Pizza is 16. Lasagna? Lasagna? How do you write lasagna? Right. I wanted to write Uber. Fries, hamburger, pizza. I don't know, pasta, rice, steak, Filet. Ribs. Patty. How do you write it? That pet T, two T's. Patty. Minced. America. I was gonna write obesity, but fat is kind of low ranking, I think. Where is fat? 500. Fries, hamburger. I don't know. Cookies. Tart. What? You're a tart. After you hit fries and hamburgers, you have to exercise. You eat fries and hamburger and you chill. You eat fries and hamburger with your friends. You shouldn't give fries and hamburgers to your kids. Or to the elderly. Is this the person that makes fries and hamburgers profession? I said cook already, no? There's a lot of fast food chains. Or franchises. I read franchise. Franchise, okay. If you eat a lot of fries and hamburgers, you puke. You get diarrhea. Diarrhea. Nope. You are happy? More foods, more foods. Come on. Or more dishes. Like soup. A roast. Boil. Hot. Cold. Cheese. Slice. Jesus. Season? Order? Ice cream? Let's get some help. I don't know how long I've been doing this. Hint. Burger. I mean, then is this just another name for fries, maybe? I've done chips. French fries is 2 words, no? Give me more. Burger didn't really help. Nachos. Dip? Burger and hamburger. Then nachos. Taco? Burrito? Okay, okay. Taco burrito? How do you write quesadilla? Quesadilla? Quesadilla?
Lasagna.
Wait, no. How do I... Oh, shish. Wings. Drums. Burger, nachos, taco, burrito. I don't know, popcorn? Nachos, tacos? Burgers, fries? Hot dog! It's hot dog 100%. 100%. 100%! It's not hot dog. What other fast food are there? Sausage? How do you write sausage? Sausage. Sausage. I don't know. Pretzel? You can't buy me hot dog, man. I did cake, right? No. Pie. Something salty. Wrap. Calzone? Sandwich? Wait. Sandwich. Hot dog, nachos. Burger, hamburger. Give me one more. Jesus. Got the 6th. Pepperoni. Pepperoni. Pizza is over here and hamburger is over here and pepperoni is in the middle. Pepperoni? I don't know, man. Chorizo? Chorizo? Pepperoni. Mushrooms? I wasn't going for toppings, but... Mushrooms? Pineapple? Wait, pineapple. Olives? Oven? Hot dog pepperoni? I mean, just give me 9 at this point, I don't know. Bacon. 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 Burrito, taco, bacon, sandwich, hot dog, pepperoni, nachos, burger, hamburger, fries. Bacon. BLT. Already did lettuce and tomato. CBO. Chicken. Bacon and onion? No. I don't know, man. Carrot. Beans. You did rice already, right? Wheat? Pig? Taco, pizza, burger, hot dog, fries, milkshake. Milkshake's a good one, but smoothie was low. Donut. But it's not sweet, right? Are you right, donut? 1N? Already did all these. It's making me hungry. Angry? Angry. Angry? Hungry. Make me hungry. Onion rings is 2 words. Cheese sticks or fingers or whatever is 2 words. Garlic bread is 2 words. Music's over. That's just great. Go again. I spent too much time on this. Wait, here, new one. What is the contextual word? Semantically similar to fries. Ketchup is 28. Ketchup is 28. Wait, I mistyped that. Cheeseburger. Cheese was kind of high. But 30, it wouldn't be cheeseburger. Cheese is 30. 30. It's 30, dude. Fix your game. Anyways. That made me hungry. I'm going to have lunch. I need to refactor all of this, and it's gonna take a long time. Tomorrow is Wednesday. I'm planning on doing a long dev stream, so I think I'm gonna pick this up. And yeah, until then I'll take time to think about what I'm gonna do, because it's kind of important how I decide to approach this. But yeah, thanks to everybody who hang out. Thanks for the raid again to Triple Jump Games, for the follow, Insmod, and yeah, everybody for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow. Today, later on, I'm probably going to be on with some gameplay. I'm thinking V-Rising. I'm almost finishing the game. 3 bosses left. Maybe I'll even finish it today, I don't know. Or maybe I'll do just 2 and leave the final one for another session, I don't know. But I'll be on. So in about 4 or 5 hours, I'll be on. Thanks, stay safe, have fun deving and stuff, and see you. Bye bye.